Many thanks for joining us on the news at 8. I am Bukola Taylor Cole. The federal government says 4 million of the 20 million out-of-school children have been returned to the classrooms. Minister of Education Professor Tahil Marman stated this in Abuja while giving his ministerial scorecard for last year. Marman said more than 53 million learners are currently benefiting from its free and compulsory basic education programs. He said 3.483 million students have benefited from direct interventions to enhance learning. The minister credited the feat to the collaborative efforts of 5 agencies within the Federal Ministry of Education, stressing that it has set an ambitious target to enroll 3 to 4 million out-of-school children into classrooms annually over the next 3 years, effectively transitioning them from the streets to the schools. The minister also added that over 85,662 teaching and non-teaching staff at all levels in various academic and non-academic institutions have been trained in last year. The Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has felicitated his Chief of Staff, Tayo Ayinde, on the occasion of his 60th birthday, describing him as a dependable, worthy and trusted partner in the greater Lagos agenda. The governor said Ayinde has displayed high-level capacity, performance and competence in discharging his duties as Chief of Staff in the last 5 years of his administration. He added that Ayinde is a beacon of grassroots mobilization and support, hard work, loyalty and sincerity. Governor Sanwo-Olu, in a congratulatory message issued by his special advisor on media and publicity, Boyega Akoshile, further explained that his chief of staff is an asset to his administration because of his selflessness and hard work. It described him as God-fearing and a quintessential gentleman who has contributed immensely to the growth and development of Lagos State as a member of the State Executive Council. The Lagos State government says it will continue to train, encourage, as well as motivate professional drivers in both public and private sectors to ensure that safety remains the focal point of their practice, thereby reducing road accidents. The Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Oshiyemi, stated this at the program with the theme, The Role of Driver Education in Road Safety and Economic Development in the 21st Century. Joshua Murakinyo has the report.
Driving is both challenging and demanding, especially in Lagos. Teaching it requires an understanding of the obstacles that new drivers face. This gathering is about role of drivers' education in road safety and economic development in the 21st century. The Commissioner for Transportation believes the critical role of driver education in modern world requires technical skills, knowledge about maintenance, safety protocols, and traffic regulations.
Our goal is to ensure that safety remains at the forefront of their practice, thereby reducing road accidents and improving overall road safety. It is imperative that parents and stakeholders also advocate for the inclusion of driver education in school curricula and seek additional funding to support this program.
Driver education is the foundation of road safety. It equips individuals with the knowledge, skills, and attitude necessary to navigate our roads responsibly.
For the participants, the understanding of the essential interplay on the road is a precursor for less crashes and loss of lives.
Every year, our skills, our knowledge are being renewed, for better performance. Ultimately, we want to reduce the rate of road accidents on the road.
We are talking about safety. And if we're not able to give back to the society, it means that our efforts here, or the effort of the state, will always be in vain.
Training is a very, very essential component of ensuring that we reduce and most likely stop accidents, because when you have well-trained drivers on the road, obviously they'll be able to follow traffic rules, they'll be able to consider other road users, and we have less accidents on the road.
This one will help us to reduce the stress on our medical facility, infrastructures, and also make the road friendly for all road users, and we can have a better and a greater Lagos.
Safety is a shared responsibility
Only the government or Lagos State Driver Institute cannot do it alone. It's all encompassing. All the major stakeholders has been brought on board now for better performance on the road.
The economic and social impact of averting unending traffic and road accidents are huge. And therefore, getting the buy-in of drivers, instructors and policy formulators is critical to having safer roads and economic prosperity. Joshua Murakio, LTV News, Lagos.
The Wale Omole Foundation has been officially launched in Lagos with focus on promoting virtues and ethics of the Yoruba culture. We have details in this report.
The founder of the foundation, Professor Wale Omole, says the initiative is aimed at fostering a deeper understanding of Yoruba virtues and ethics. He says it is important to instill these values in both young and old as a means of strengthening community bonds and fostering a more ethical society.
Character is more important than just words. Not just words now. It's what you do that will touch people, that touch their lives, touch their economics, and touch everything. That's by your action. And that's what we are doing. Let us think twice. And let's praise God, who is blessing us every time. That's the summary.
The word of Omoluabi is the only thing that can take us out of this economic action. Because most of us have lost the Omoluabi virtue. We've not been able to see it as the thing that can bring us back to the platform of goodness and happiness. You know, when the platform of goodness and happiness are being put together, it creates that enabling environment for us to be self-sustaining. It doesn't make us to see ourselves as one that want to keep everything to ease ourselves. It makes you to see your brother and sisters as equal partners in progress.
Guests commend the foundation's efforts, expressing hope that it will serve as a catalyst for cultural revival and moral education among the Yoruba people and beyond.
Yoruba person is, by virtue of where we come from, by virtue of how we are brought up, by virtue of the identity of a Yoruba person, is a very hard-working person, someone who encourages productivity, someone who encourages industrialization, someone who enjoys the communal life living of our people.
We need to revive our culture because our culture is rich, the African culture is rich, Yoruba culture is rich, and there are ethos in them. That's why we're talking about ethics and values. There are huge values in them, and every man is a product of his culture and nurture.
Culture is who a man is. All this unity and unity, it starts from home. If I'm Yoruba, I know my culture. If I'm Igbo, I have to know Igbo culture. It is by knowing this that I'm proud. I become proud of who I am. And that brings us together. It doesn't separate us. So I believe that every culture should be celebrated.
With the theme Virtues and Ethics in Yoruba, the foundation is set to be a strong advocate for moral philosophy, emphasizing the timeless values that have shaped the Yoruba culture for generations.
On the foreign scene, an explosion outside a synagogue in southern France has been investigated by authorities as attempted terrorist murder. Police said the explosion was caused by two cars being set alight outside the Beth Yaakov synagogue. One of the vehicles contained a hidden gas canister. The police added that a man caught on CCTV setting fire to the vehicles was carrying a Palestinian flag and possibly a handgun. Jewish community leader Jonathan Afi said the incident was an attempt to kill Jews, adding that the attack seemed to have been timed to target Saturday morning worshippers. One police officer was injured in the explosion. 5 people were inside the synagogue at the time. For more news, connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. Many thanks for watching the news at 8. Please remember to call Lagos toll-free line 767 or 112 in case of emergencies. I am Bukola Taylor Cole. Good night.
This is Lagos Television, the voice of Lagos.
Isla, ọmọ mo ṣe rú ọwà ìjó, ni ó bá mi jó.